So I once coached this guy, and he was this really successful man who made millions of dollars, and every single week he was on a plane and he was traveling to these work trips. Now, that was actually the biggest issue in his relationship, was the fact that they didn't have a lot of time to spend together, because she couldn't go on these work trips because it interrupted her own work-life balance. And so the issue stayed the same and nothing ever improved in the relationship, but he really wanted it to work, because obviously I would question the client first to see what they want for themselves. Like, hey, is this relationship then really aligned with what you want? And he was like, no, I really want marriage and I really want a family. And I was like, okay, so you really want to make this work. And so then after some time passed, I was like, okay, well then, you're in a really high position of power in this company. Can you just like send someone else? And that's when he admitted, well, I don't actually have to go on these work trips. They're optional. And I was like, oh, does she know that? And he was like, no, she doesn't know. And around that time is also when I realized that this man is working all the time. From the time that he wakes up to the time that he goes to bed, he is on his laptop. And if he's not on his laptop, he's listening to a podcast while he cooks, he's working out, he's going to these parties, or he's just always stimulated and always busy. And he has explained that he has this like deep need for affection. Like, he loves physical touch, and he like cannot watch TV by himself. Like, he needs someone there. And one of his biggest issue was like us being assertive. Like, he was definitely more of the feminine partner in that relationship, even though he had a lot of masculine skill sets that he has to use closing these multi-million-dollar negotiation deals for the company. And I was like, that's so strange that he can't say no to his girlfriend. She wasn't the victim here. She also had a lot of tantrums. She had these outbursts, these explosions. She disrespected him by calling him names and all these other things. But one of the things that they would fight about is that when they were together, she didn't allow him to go to the gym. And he couldn't even say no to that. And we coached through it. But he was never able to like fully act on it. And I just thought that it was a little strange, simply because he was so unwilling to change the behavior. And I was like, I feel like he's keeping something from me. I actually feel like, I think he has another girl, or something else is happening where he's not being fully honest with me and he's not being fully honest with his partner. And, because a lot of times when people can't stand up to their girlfriends or boyfriends is because they feel guilt. Number one, avoidance and just fear of the reactions. That's obvious. But sometimes, even for the little stuff, it's because there's guilt involved. And so I couldn't keep coaching this guy. But like a year after that the coaching ended, he texted me and he was like, yeah, I got back together with my ex. They were together for like 8 years.